half the respondents think the U.S. is no longer the world's strongest economy. But Swiss America Chairman Craig Smith says these guys are just wrong. As hard as the White House is making it for business, America, he says, is still the best place to invest. But Craig, it's a tough sell for them. What do you think's going on?
Well, look at the numbers, Neil. I mean, America still is the largest economy in the world. I mean, if you go by the World Bank or the IMF numbers or CIA numbers, we run 1 and 2 against the Eurozone. But then after us, you know, you have the typical players, China, which is way behind us. They're about 40% less of an economy, 50% less than we are. I mean, America still is the best place to do business, Neil. And here's what's amazing to me. Even despite the fact that we have a man in the White House who has seemed to appear to be very anti-business, or at least angry towards business or towards wealth in this country, we're still growing at 2%. Can you imagine if we had a pro-growth, pro-business president, pro-less regulations, less taxes, more encouragement of the entrepreneurial spirit? Neil, we could lead the world out of this recession, and we would maintain being #1. We are the #1 economy by numbers. Look, capital wants to be where it's safe and where it can grow. That's America. Why doesn't this president understand that? And I hope if the president doesn't understand it, the American people understand it and change the direction in November.
All right, so I'm going to keep putting you down as a maybe on Obama. But having said that, Craig, you know, is it too late to dissuade people of this notion we ain't what we were? We're not the place to invest. There are plenty more attractive environments. When even American manufacturers are saying that, you got to wonder.
Well, but let me tell you, money is not patriotic, Neil. Capital will move to wherever it is going to be safest and have the best potential for growth. And that is still America by far. And you know,
well, not as much as it was. I mean, the top rate now, we've just moved north of Japan. And global rates are actually declining in some of the key countries. So we're
no doubt.
They're getting it, and we're not.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that, Neil, because here, while we're becoming corrosive towards capital accumulation, these other nations are becoming very cordial to it. You know, and that's what I'm concerned about. You know, that survey that we looked at, 89% of Americans want the government to have a plan for manufacturing in America. I don't want it to be a government plan. The government can mess up a one-piece puzzle, Neil. When they came after the steel industry in 2002 to help them with tariffs, what happened? It destroyed the steel industry. They repealed the tariffs, and next thing you know, we had a 40% resurgence in steel. We have to be careful that regulations and trade laws don't backfire on us, and this government tends to do that. That's why this president has to look at what is working around the world. Free market capitalism.
He's not, though. He's not. If anything, he's doubled down.
And that's what's scary. Look at the whole outsourcing issue, Neil. Look at how he perverted that. Let's take a big manufacturer up north, and he's building diesel engines, and he's got 5,000 employees, but he outsources 50 call center people to India to do customer service in order to keep his 5,000 jobs. Why wouldn't we do that, Neil?
It's a ridiculous argument. Not yours, his. But Craig Smith, always good, buddy. Thanks for adding some common sense here.
Good to see you, Neil.
The Swiss America CEO. Meanwhile, we interrupt this heat wave for this